Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Block by Block series. If you're not familiar with this series, then don't worry, because I'll explain it. It's a series where normally I would take one of these sugar boxes, put it on this pedestal, and give you a series of facts. I say normally because that's not what we're doing today. Instead, today is the end of another category. So if you missed the last one of these videos last month that I did, last month we did the entirety of the construction category, which is now finished, and now I'm giving you all the facts based on the equipment category, which I've just recently finished the last video of, which was on the spyglass. So now we need to do another video wrapping up everything that we've ever done. So how we are going to do this? Simply, I am giving you one fact based on every item, a fact that you've already heard in other episodes. So if you like any of these particular facts and want to find out more about the particular item or block, go back and check it out in the full video. Also, I will not be repeating any facts, so you may know between episodes I do certain facts that make a reoccurrence, such as when the item is released. You will not see any of that. If you're wanting to know when the item is released, watch the full video that I did on the particular item that I'm mentioning. And I tend to do trading, or where you can naturally find these items. None of those facts make an appearance. Again, if you're wanting to see those facts, check out the full videos that I did for the particular item that I'm referencing. And any fact that I mention here, you will only see it once. So if I mention enchanting for an item, I will not mention it for any other item. So let us get started with this video. Starting off with fact number 1. Considering that there is 29 armor pieces, 16,777,216 colors of dyed leather armor, 18 armor trims, 11 trim materials, and every durability level for each armor piece, and every survival obtainable combination of armor enchantments, the total number of armor pieces obtainable in survival mode is actually a number so big, I'm not even going to try and say it. I'll rather just put it here on screen. But for simplicity's sake, it's essentially 40 quadrillion. Fact number 2. The durability of tools actually differs by 1 point between both Bedrock and Java. For example, a gold sword in Bedrock Edition has a durability of 33. However, in Java, it has a durability of 32. This applies to all weapons and even versions of armor. Fact number 3. Strikes from a warden or any axe-wielding mob, such as Vindicators, Piglin, Brutes, and Zombies after obtaining an axe, they actually disable a shield with their attack, and because of this, they will immediately take another attack instead of normally having a little bit of a delay. Such strikes also disable being able to use the shield for 5 seconds. Fact number 4. Suspicious stew can be obtained by milking a brown mushroom with a bowl after using a small flower on it. When a small flower is used on a brown mushroom, the brown mushroom produces a suspicious stew related to that small flower. The next time it is milked with a bowl, however, the mushroom will produce normal, regular mushroom stew, like the red mushroom variant. Red mushrooms do not produce suspicious stew in any way. It is only the brown ones. And here is a list of what the flowers do. Allium will give fire resistance, azure bullets will give blindness, blue orchids give saturation, dandelions give saturation as well, cornflowers give jump boost, lily of the valley gives poisoning, oxeye daisies give regeneration, poppies give night vision, torchflower also gives night vision, tulips of all variants give weakness, and wither rose obviously gives wither. Fact number 5. The speed of a mounted pig is 2.42 meters per second. Boosting a pig causes its speed to slowly ramp up until it reaches a 2.15 times its normal speed, which is 5.20 meters per second. Then speed slowly declines until a pig reaches normal speed again. The boost lasts between 140 and 980 game ticks, which is about 7 seconds and 49 milliseconds. 7 seconds to 49 seconds, respectively, chosen randomly. No matter how many ticks the boost lost, the average speed of a pig's duration of a full boost cycle is roughly 4.19 milliseconds. Or meters per second, sorry. The M and S is messing with me here. These boosted speeds are applied only while boosting with the carrot on a stick. These speeds are in fact affected by speed potions. Fact number 6. Snowballs can deal 3 hearts of damage to blazes, but they deal absolutely no damage to other mobs or players. Mobs still receive knockback and act the same as if they were hit by any other item. So if you were to hit piglins, for example, they would become hostile. Players in Bedrock Edition receive the knockback effect, while players in Java are actually unaffected by it. Fact number 7. Wind charges. A player launched by wind charges shot by a player or a dispenser accumulates fall damage only when falling below the Y level where the wind burst hit. In Bedrock Edition, when throwing a wind charge, the projectile is actually slightly off-centered. Fact number 8. Shears. In Java Edition, shearing the tip of cave vines, kelps, weeping vines, or twisting vines sets its HT value to 25 and stops them from growing any further. Fact number 9. Flint and steel. Using flint and steel on TNT will ignite it, obviously, and the explosion damage dealt by the TNT ignited with a flint and steel in this manner will actually count as a player attack. Fact number 10. Leads can be tied to walls in Bedrock Edition as well as fences, obviously, like they normally can be in Java. Fact number 11. In Java Edition, the default resource pack for the clock contains 64 individual frames, each frame lasting about 18.75 seconds in real time, which is 375 ticks in Minecraft, which is about 1,350 seconds, which converts to 22 minutes and 30 seconds in Minecraft time. Fact number 12. Compasses can be used on lodestone, after which it is named the lodestone compass by default and points to the lodestone as long as the compass is in the same dimension as the lodestone. But if the compass is taken to a different dimension as the lodestone, then it will spin randomly, such as a normal compass would do if it were in the nether or the end. If the lodestone is destroyed, it also spins randomly, even if the lodestone is replaced afterwards. However, if a lodestone compass is placed into a storage of some sort, such as a shulker or a chest, the lodestone can be broken and replaced without the compass losing the attunement, as long as the compass remains in the storage while the lodestone is being messed around with. Fact number 13. Regular goats may drop the Ponder, Sing, Seek, and Feel horns, while Screaming goats, which is another variant of goats that naturally spawns, drops the Admire, Call, Yearn, and Dream horns. A specific goat will only drop one type of horn, so if a goat drops a Sing horn, then its other horn will also be Sing. Fact number 14. There are different levels for maps. So level 0 of 4 is 128 by 128 blocks, which means each map pixel represents one block. Level 1 of 4 is 256 by 256, which is 2 by 2 blocks represent one pixel. Level 2 of 4 is 512 by 512 blocks, meaning a 4 by 4 blocks is one pixel in the map. Sorry, these numbers are confusing. Level 3 of 4 is 1024 by 1024 blocks, which is an 8 by 8 block range, will equal 1 pixel on the map. A level 4 of 4 is 2048 by 2048 blocks, which means 16 by 16 blocks per map pixel. Fact number 15. A Ravager has a large version of a saddle on its texture and can even have Vindicators and stuff riding on them, but it does not actually wear one. Neither does it have the saddle NBT data tag, but it will always drop a saddle upon death, and looting does not affect this drop rate. Fact number 16. The harness cannot be enchanted in survival mode. However, in Java Edition Creative Mode, an anvil can be used to enchant a harness with thorns, feather falling protection, fire protection, projectile protection, blast protection, curse of binding, and even curse of vanishing. Fact number 17. Bundles can have 64 stackable items, 16 other stackable items, or one non-stackable item. So, for example, sticks can stack up to 64, so they take up one entire bundle slot. Ender pearls can stack up to 16, and they take up 4 slots per ender pearl, so 16 in a single bundle would mean the bundle is full. And since something like a sword does not stack, it would take up the whole bundle. So, for instance, a bundle may have 32 sticks, 8 ender pearls inside it, which would then total it to be full, because 32 times 1, which is for the sticks, and then 8 times 4, which is for the ender pearls, equals 64. Fact number 18. Golden Nautilus armor provides more protection than iron Nautilus armor, whereas the opposite is actually true for the player. Fact number 19, turtle helmets. Difference points actually exist in the code for all other pieces of theoretical turtle armor sets. So there is 6 points for the chestplate, 5 points for the leggings, and 2 for the boots, which is identical to a full set of iron armor. Fact number 20. Elytras have a minimum speed of about 7.2 meters per second, which is obtained by gliding at the altitude cap with a strong upward pitch of 30 degrees. If the diver drops to a 0 speed, they quickly get accelerated back up to at least the minimum. The diver can increase speed by choosing to descend faster, but afterwards they do not regain nearly as much altitude in the real world. Drag increases with speed, and drag in turn slows the aircraft. Minecraft mimics this. To glide from cliff to cliff, a player's best bet is to aim slightly above the horizon. Fact number 21. Being able to obtain totems of undying in raids without having to explore woodland mansions is actually considered a huge oversight in gameplay design by Mojangs themselves. Fact number 22. In Bedrock Edition, a bottle may be filled with potion by using it on a cauldron containing potion, where the bottle is filled with 1/3 of the cauldron's potion being removed. Fact number 23. Bottles of enchanting. They actually can drop between 3 to 11 orbs, but average out at about 7 orbs per bottle. Fact number 24. Bedrock Edition has unused potion textures for several effects, along with their splash potion variants. These effects are absorption, blindness, haste, health boost, hunger, mining fatigue, nausea, resistance, saturation, and even levitation, as well as the luck potion texture also present in Java Edition. These unused textures were added along with the other potion textures in Pocket Edition version 0.12.1 alpha, except for the potion of levitation, which was added in Pocket Edition 1.0.0. Fact number 25. When the player uses the spyglass continuously for 1 minute, which is 1,200 in-game ticks, the interface will actually automatically close. So after a minute of using the spyglass, you will just forcibly put it down. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining me for this very long video. That is the end of another category. Tomorrow we start with the items category and all of this. Yeah, that's a lot to work with. And don't worry, I know there's blocks in there that aren't in the normal game. That is just because I have Education Edition on, among other things. So ignore that. We will be covering some of those things in soon-to-be updates. Or soon-to-be videos, I guess. But anyways, I do hope you have enjoyed. I am unfortunately out of time and out of facts, but if you're wanting to see more of these facts or the facts that I've already mentioned, go back and watch some of the older episodes where I mentioned the particular item more in depth. Or stay tuned to the series, because tomorrow we start with the items category. Until then, however, I will see you all in the next episode of the series. So if you have enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe, as it does help me out a ton. Goodbye.